All right, now at one, we have breaking news. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigns after in his party. Coming up, Elon Musk had twins as well. Coming up, Apple's new lockdown mode coming up. UK, which is that breaking news right now. This is America News and Weather at 1 o'clock, and we start right now. It is 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I am David Alford, your news anchor at American News and Weather. We'll start off with the breaking news real quick with the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigns after mutiny in his party. Here we go. Boris Johnson has resigned following a revolt within his Conservation Party, saying in an address to the nation that the process of choosing a new prime minister should begin now. That was in quotes. In quotes, it is clear now that the will of the Conservative Party that should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new prime minister, unquote, said Johnson. End quote, the process of choosing that new leader should begin now, unquote. He added, saying the timeline will be announced next week. Johnson is not planning to leave office immediately. However, in quotes, I've today appointed a cabinet to serve as I will until a new leader is in the place, unquote. He said in a televised speech outside 10 Downing Street. Appointing new cabinet ministers means that the government can continue to function as he prepares to depart. We are going to go right to our chief meteorologist, Jamie Granger, with today's SPC outlook. Jamie?
Yeah, that SBC's outlook is not good news for some of us. We do got that slight risk for severe weather. The threats are going to be heavy downpours, cloud ground lightning, and torrential rainfall. I'll have that forecast on plus. We got some major heat coming to the United States. I have that forecast coming up in just a few moments. David, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy. With that weather update there, Tico, do we have any sports right now? Do you have any sports you want to talk about before we actually get to your full sports coming up in just a bit?
Yes, we do have the NBA going on right now. So we have parts of in NBA. So let me check the NBA. If I can try to pop up my screen, should be up. Share screen. Sports. All right, if we can put my screen full. Right now, CBS Sports is saying sports betting in Wyoming. Promo codes online sports. Excuse me, hold on. And beating promotions, optimal apps, how to bet on sports. So it's basically trying to bet on sports. Um, currently there are no sports going. There is, if I'm correct, there are no sports going on, but I will have the full update coming up next. David.
Alrighty, thank you, Tico, with that news update there. And like I said, Jamie and Tico are not exactly new recruits, but they are amazing people helping us at America News and Weather. Thank you, Tico, with that sports update there. Alrighty, Elon Musk had twins. Court docs reveals secrets Elon Musk children with long-term Musk EXEC. That's coming up next. Sorry about that. Coming up next. Plus, Apple's new lockdown mode. We'll have all that information coming up next. We'll be right back right after this 10-second break on America News and Weather. Alrighty, back to your news here. if I can pop it up here real quick. Sorry about that. Alrighty. We'll start off with Elon Musk had twins. Court docs reveal secret Elon Musk children with long-term Musk EXEC. Before I give you information about that, Elon Musk is the owner of Twitter and Tesla, as of I know right now. He's a billionaire, so he has billions of dollars. He's very rich, and he's just a rich guy, I guess. All right, here we go. According to a report by Business Insider, Elon Musk is the father of twin children with current Neuralink executive Sean Zills. Business Neuralink. Oh, sorry about that. Business Insider shared a court document from this May with Zillis and Musk, penching for a name change for the both children, making the in quote the children's last name to be their father's, and for their mother's last name to be contained in their middle name, unquote. CNN Business obtained a Travis County, Texas, which I've heard of Travis County and I've been there, courts docs showing that the pension was filed in April 22 and obtained in May, seemingly and in response to the article. Sorry about that. Musk tweeted, doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis. A collapsing birth rate is the deepest danger civilizations face by far, unquote. Followed by unquote, mark my words, they are sadly true, unquote. Coming up, Apple's news lockdown mode, but first, we're going to take a look at the check of that full forecast and your sports coming up and our 10-second break. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're going to go straight to our chief meteorologist, Jimmy Granger, live in the Weather Center right now. Jimmy?
All right, I do got little weather breaking news here. We do have a new severe thunderstorm wave. Wow. Hey, David. David, can you believe what just happened? They just canceled that severe thunderstorm warning before I can even say anything.
Oh, my.
Yeah. All right, but we do got a couple of showers here on the radar, though, as we bring you here at the top of the 1 o'clock hour. There are a few showers out there right now. Some of you might be saying, "Oh, wow, this is some good, healthy rainfall." And yes, it is. This area needs to rain so bad, and that is definitely a big possibility there as it continues to move west to east. We're going to be taking a look at our latest FBC's outlook. We will take a look at the tropics and all of that. We do got a slight risk for severe weather all the way from Kansas all the way into the Carolinas. We do have a slight risk for severe weather. What kind of impact does this mean? Well, heavy downpours, damaging winds, large hail, and cloud-to-ground lightning. That is going to be our biggest threats here with this severe weather threat for today. You know, I'm here to keep you guys updated, and I will not leave this area. Well, I will not leave until this does move out of the area. We do not have no Melzo discussions at all, so that is some great news. But we will be keeping you guys updated with the full forecast coming up here in just a moment. But I do want to let you guys know that severe thunderstorm warning, you probably wonder, why did that scroll disappear? Well, that severe thunderstorm warning was allowed to expire very early because the storm had weakened below severe limits and no threat to life or property, as they always say. So I want you guys to know that, and we will be keeping you guys updated with, and make sure you do have a weather app on you. That will keep you guys updated as well as we continue into the day today. So, like I said, we do have a threat for severe weather in the Atlanta Basin. All right, let's get to that tropical update. As of the at the 1 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center, Bonnie is now hold on. I'm losing my mind here. Give me 1 second. Hold on, give me 1 second. I had no idea what this. I think this might be still me. It might still be a Category 1 hurricane. I have not looked at the latest information on that. I'm sorry. I was not even prepared yet. But like I said again, that's why news people give us weather people time to get ready. Hurricane Bonnie, as of the 9 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center, 90-mile-per-hour winds with this, and its movement is at 14 miles per hour. So it's really picking up speed and getting out of here. And we do have another tropical development. I will show you that here in just a moment. We also are monitoring another system for some development that will be off to our north and west. And as you guys can see, this does not have this. I don't know why they're saying a high chance of developing, but that is what we call the latest tropical update for me, your chief meteorologist here at American News and Weather. We do have, as an 8 a.m. advisory, the max winds at 92 miles per hour, and movement is west. So it's moving west out of here. By next week, it'll be all the way over here. It won't be no threat to the United States. This is not a threat to the United States, but something to keep watching as we get into the days ahead. As far as any new tropical development here, there is no tropical development expected for the next 2 to 5 days. I will have you a full update, and also I will not have the 7-day forecast pulled up, so I will have that update coming for you up here in just a few minutes. I'll have that 7-day forecast up for you at the end of the broadcast. I'm sorry.
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy, with the forecast there, or the updates on tropical and weather. Quick update on 7-day forecast. This is for my viewing area. Thursday, 103 degrees for a high for today. Alert day is out. Look at that low, 80. Friday, 99, 10 to a 20% chance of rain, more of an isolated storm in nature. Tonight, there's a very low chance of rain, more of a 20%, but probably can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm this evening to tonight here in my area. Saturday, 93, Sunday, 97. Look at that. Monday, 102. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back into the mid to lower 90s by early next week. But except for that Monday, triple digits, lower triple digits. Excessive heat warnings for almost my entire viewing area. 3 counties under a heat advisory, but the rest of the viewing area under excessive heat warning. So very hot weather ongoing right now in my area or in my neck of the woods. Already coming up next, we got sports with Tico on American News and Weather 1. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are going to jump to sports with Tico, live in the sports directing room. Tico.
Yes, David, we do have. I'm gonna go to some of the scores and some of the schedules for the MLB for a minute. We're gonna go to the MLB scores today. Right now, Houston is going against the Kansas City Royals. That is going to be. It looks like it's upcoming, and I think we're gonna try to. We're gonna see who's coming up. We're gonna see Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds coming up, and they must have won. But the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies, they right now that's a little weird, but okay. The sports headlines: Tigers GM says his team hasn't heard from the 77 million pitcher in just 3 weeks. The fantasy basketball wire bolster your lineup with these intriguing hitters. For fans injured in firework and bullet fragments during a post-game fireworks show. the daughter of the Blue Jays first base coach Budinsky's killed in a Virginia tubing accident. And the product placement, ESPN's post Jet, Jeter documentary billboard outside Fernway. I will have the latest of the new of sports coming up on your full day on the full sports. David.
Alrighty, thank you, Tico, on that update there on the sports. Alrighty, coming up next, we got Apple's new lockdown mode, and well, here's something. We got some information about it. It's lockdown mode, including some stuff on the airplane, stuff with hackers as well. All that information coming up next on America News and Weather at 1 p.m. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We got some information here from Apple. Apple's new lockdown mode for iPhone flights, hacking, and spyware. To me, this is kind of interesting about this, but let's get started with the information it has to give us here. All right, Apple for years has marketed its iPhones, iPads, and Macs as the most secure and privacy-focused devices on the market. On Wednesday, it bolsters the efforts with a new feature upcoming this all-fall call. Lockdown mode, designed to fight targets hacking attempts like the Pegasus malware, which observed governments reportedly used on human rights works, lawyers, politicians, and journalists. Apple also announced a $10 million grant and up to $2 million bug bounty to encourage further research into this growing threat. The tech giant said that lockdown mode is designed to activate extreme protections to its phones, such as blocking attachments and link previews and messages, potentially hackable web browsing technologies, and incoming FaceTime calls from unknown numbers. Apple devices will also not accept accessory connections unless the device is unlocked and people can install new remote magnet software on the devices while they're in lockdown mode as well. That's an update on Apple's new lockdown mode for iPhone fights and hacking. Coming up next, we are going to be wrapping things up, and you got to check out the forecast, and we got to check out sports coming up next on American News and Weather at 1 p.m. We'll be back in about 15 seconds. Alrighty, we're going to go right over to our chief meteorologist, Jamie Granger, with an update on the radar and the forecast. Jamie?
All right, we got some pop-up thunderstorms this afternoon into the even hours. I do have the 7-day forecast up, so we will get to that here in just a moment. We do got these little pop-up little cells, these little baby storms that we getting right now, as you call it, baby storms. But like I said, it's gonna get a lot more real here, and if you do that coming out, remember this is only 1 p.m. We can be dealing with thunderstorms through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can be dealing with thunderstorms. I will have that full detail coming for you up at 4 o'clock. Remember, we will have a newscast at 4 o'clock. There will not be no newscast at 6. Well, there will be a newscast at 5 and 6 o'clock. And then we will have a newscast at 10 o'clock. Then we will have a newscast at 11 o'clock. We will have a newscast at 10 o'clock in the morning if we can make it until then. Remember, I did not make it to the 7 o'clock newscast, and David did say that he couldn't make it either. So you know what? That's why there was no newscast at 7 o'clock this morning. All right, we are dealing with some showers and storms, though, and look like these little big boys over here, they're going to be moving out to the north and west and getting up out of here by 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll have that I'll get that full 7-day forecast put up for you here right now. Sponsored by, we all be dealing with showers and storms through the rest of this afternoon into the even hours. I don't know why that scroll is at the bottom of your screen. I did not put that on. So whoever put that on, please, can you please cut it off? Thursday, 40% chance of rain, 93 for the lower high. Friday, 90, Saturday, 90 with a 16% chance of rain, then start to dry out by the middle portions of next week. All right, Tico, you got the sports. Come on, man. Give us some good news in the sports.
Yes, thank you, Jimmy Green. Thank you, Jimmy. Excuse me, real quick. All right, so it looks like the Los Angeles Angels versus the Baltimore Orioles. I don't know what to say that, but they're doing it at like 7:05 CDT. Also, another game, the New York Yankees and the Red Sox for Boston. They are going to be doing at 7:10. Also, Miami Marlins and New York Mets are doing it again. We're gonna go to the NBA. We're gonna go to the NBA so we can see who is actually doing something real quick. Who is so right now the NBA? So it's basically the looks like. Let me hurry up and zoom in on this, or let me hurry up and just put this on here. Takes a while for it to load. Excuse me though, but it is basically the Minnesotas, the Red Sox versus the Minnesotas, and right now, game detail is the game. It is right now 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Right now, we're gonna check the scores. The final 10, it was 8-9. So basically, the White Sox won the final 10. The new looks like NYM, the CIN, which is basically Cincinnati, I think. The NYM actually won, so I'm thinking that's probably the New York, if I'm correct. That's probably what I'm gonna say.
All right. Thank you, Tico, for that update on the sports and all of that. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get a live check of that 7-day forecast on your screen. It's going to start to dry out by the middle portion of next week, but we are going to be dealing with off and on showers and storms every single afternoon. David, I know, man, it's going to be a pretty stormy day for me, but you get to go home and you get to relax. David, back to you. Sir. Okay, look like he's not responding. All right, Tico, I guess you sit here and talk about a little bit about the sports. Who won? That is a good question. Who did win?
All right, I know that's a good question. So
Okay,
Minnesota
was that
versus
it?
the Red Sox.
Huh?
Is there more?
Oh no, we were just going to sit here and talk until you got back. All right, David, you get to go home and relax, and I get to stay here and track weather all day. How is that there, man?
Oh, you're doing weather now?
Oh yeah, I'm giving them a last look at the forecast. We are going to stay live, but we are going to play some shows until the next newscast. That will be at 3:00. So yeah.
All right. Can I do a recap on the news?
Go ahead.
Yes.
All right. Here's what we talked about today. We talked about the breaking news. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigns after a party. Elon Musk had twins. And we talked about Apple's new lockdown mode for iPhone fights, hacking, and spyware. All right. So Jimmy will be here for the meantime. I don't know if will be, but no, as of I know, Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger will be here. And yeah, let's make it a great afternoon. And we'll do it again here. We'll have another newscast at 3:00, but we'll do it again back here at 3 on American News and Weather. Have a great afternoon.
All right, well, we're dealing with showers and storms for the rest of this afternoon. but we will start to dry out by the middle portion of next week. Thank you guys for joining the 1 o'clock news, and we will see you back here at 4. Let me get the show on though. Sorry, David, I'm running a little bit late today.
Oh, you're ending it?
Huh?
You're ending it?
No, I'm gonna play a show until the next newscast. That will be at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so we're gonna be at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There you go.
Okay, so we'll be back at 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, I believe.
And 7.
And 7, yes. All right.
All right, hold on. I gotta get it.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna play the music, and then once the show comes on, boom. All right, have a great afternoon.
City tells us what's happening. Some people say that overassessments are still happening. Are they wrong?
Yes, there are no systemic overassessments in this city. If I would tell you that 95% of the assessment roll is correct, that's still 5% of, that's still 20,000 parcels that could possibly be overvalued.
Overassessed property taxes are not unique to Detroit. Studies have found property tax rates are 10 to 13% higher for Black and Hispanic residents nationally. In recent years, investigative reports have uncovered disproportionate assessments in Cook County, Illinois, and in Philadelphia as well.
Detroit is just ground zero for a national problem. We see these inflated property taxes. It's a national racial justice issue that our country has yet to come to tackle with.
And while Detroit acknowledges the overassessment problems from years past, acknowledgement doesn't make those aggrieved homeowners whole. From their perspective, the city stole from them, and they need more than an apology. They want their money back. But the city says it's not quite that simple.
The city does not have the money to hand people cash. It's against state law, and the city's not going to do anything that could bring the FRC back in control of city finances.
In 2020, the city proposed a plan offering benefits for homeowners affected between 2010 and 2013, including discounts for properties owned by the Detroit Land Bank Authority and priority access to affordable housing and city jobs. But the plan was voted down by Detroit City Council, with critics saying it didn't go far enough. Residents like Sonia say if the city admits it was wrong, they have an obligation to make it right.
I want the world to take a look at what's going on here. When you talk to Detroiters who went through this, we want our money back. Because even when you think, okay, I'll accept the thing that they're offering, it's still that thing in you that's like, they stole from me. Why am I just accepting whatever they can give me?
Trevor Alt, thank you very much for that report. Some sad news to report. Legendary actor James Caan has died. The actor's family posting the news on his official Twitter account, adding that the family appreciates the outpouring of love during this difficult time. He is probably best known for his Oscar-winning role as Sonny Corleone in The Godfather, along with other iconic roles in Misery and the movie Elf. James Caan was 82 years old.
This is ABC News Live.
The crush of families here in Poland.
At refugee centers.
In Putin's Russia.
On the ground in Ukraine.
Close to the front line.
Here at the White House.
Destructive Cat 4 storm.
Here along I-5.
Boston is in the bullseye.
Let's go. We made it.
ABC News Live, America's #1 streaming news. Anytime, anywhere. Streaming 24/7 straight to you for free.
Thank you for making ABC News Live America's #1 streaming news.
These days, with so much going on, it's hard to keep up.
While others are recapping yesterday's headlines,
we're bringing you the right now.
This is the busy border crossing, steel barricades, another strike.
The right now look at the day ahead, how it affects you and your family.
Record high gas prices.
The threat of cyber warfare.
Is peace possible?
World News Now beginning at 2 a.m. Eastern, followed by America This Morning.
America's #1 early morning news.
Streaming here on ABC News Live.
Take America's #1 news with you anywhere you go, anytime, free. Download the ABC News app now. Breaking news, exclusives, 24/7. There for you with one touch. The ABC News app. Download it now. The most powerful stories of our time. And
From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger alongside First Alert Meteorologist Tika, who's going to be helping me here on the weather for now. We do got a strong line of showers and storms right now moving through these areas. We do now have a severe thunderstorm warning with no tornado possible tag on it, but we will be keeping you guys updated. This severe thunderstorm warning will last until 1 p.m. their time. That will be 2 o'clock our time. So I will put that at 1 o'clock. So give me 1 second. I'm a little bit delayed. I'm sorry.
And also, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in parts of my viewing area. This is for parts of this.
We'll be keeping that scroll at the bottom of your screen.
Of northwestern Pike County.
All right,
so we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Pike County.
Okay.
So we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Pike County. In southwest Indiana.
Do you have a newsroom? I mean, because I need them to help me fix this scroll and put all the information down there. Anybody in there can help me do that, please? That will be great and awesome. Can someone help me do that, please? Oh, he's Tika, the sport director. There it is. Okay. Tika's helping me do the weather, David. Yeah.
Oh, can anybody hear me?
Yep.
All right. If we could pop up my radar, if we could pop up Storm Track 11 Doppler. Or first, we're gonna check over to Jimmy's. Let's get over to Storm Track 11 Doppler radar. You can see that warning that is all the way in that purple color. That is a new severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Pike County. So parts of northwest Pike County, special weather statement for parts of the city of Jasper. Looks like the storm is looking near Winslow, northeast, probably at, I'm thinking, 30 to 40 miles an hour. So parts of Pike County. Just have to get that out the way. We have a line of showers and thunderstorms that is all the way extending from Vincennes down towards Shergan, and all the way close to.
In the newsroom, can someone help me fix this weather scroll? Put all the information down there, because I don't feel I have to type all of that. That is hard to type.
Yeah.
People in the newsroom can do that, please. That would be perfectly fine. David can do it. Anyone can do it. I don't really care who does it, but can someone help me do that, please? That would be awesome.
We need help with that. So Storm Track 11 Doppler radar tracking.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you there. I am, yes, it is coming on the bottom of the screen right now.
All right. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Pike County. Storm is located near Winslow, near White Oak, Caddo, Algiers, Herbigtown, Eva, Ardwell, and Silver Springs. Moving towards the east could impact the Ireland area, Parchville, Mayville, north of Jasper, north of Duff, and Millsboro. We are that is in effect until 12:45 p.m. 12:45 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time. At 12:27, a severe thunderstorm is located near Winslow, or 8 miles east of Petersburg, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Other locations in the path of this storm include Winslow, Winslow, Shervin, Wed Oak, Caddo, Wed Silver Springs, Ottawa, Ireland, Mayville, Pottersville, Buff, Duff, Millsboro, Velpin, Servant, Jasper, Du Bois Crossroads, and Millsboro. This is right now along 257 that goes all the way up towards Indianapolis and down towards Evansville. Looks like we just had to get that out the way, and we're gonna give over to our chief meteorologist, Jimmy Granger. And Jimmy, it just popped up pretty fast.
Yeah, that popped up really fast. And in these types of situations, I will be monitoring the radar really, really closely because it's so important to monitor the radar really closely because in these type of situations, you never know where it's really going to take place. And like Tico said, these severe thunderstorm warnings can pop up really fast, and we do never know when they really pop up. So why do you think that we try to give you guys the better information on these severe thunderstorms?
They just trended. Sorry, Jimmy. They just trended. So, severe thunderstorms located near White Oaks, severe thunderstorm, Wellneck, White Silver Springs, Ottawa, Eva, Ilfingtown, Eagles. This is east of Winslow. So if you're in Winslow, you're okay. So this is in northwest. This is in southwest Indiana. So there it is down there to your screen. That is over in the Frog News viewing area. I know that's a weird name, but please ignore that. There's that trim of that. There's that trim of it, and we do have a line. Showers and thunderstorms the same towards Bedfield, moving towards the east. Do we know the speed on this?
The speed on this is right now is at 21 miles per hour.
Let's actually put a track on it real quick. And then we're going to go over to regular programming. We're going to put a track on it.
The scroll will stay at the bottom of your screen.
Storms, yep. That's the one that's in the Frog News viewing area. So 21 miles an hour. I'll name some of the towns, and it's going to be near it's going to be located near True Layer by about 128, Fredfield 201, Ashton 206, Melkeet by about 213, and Frankfurt at 230. Again,
I'll go back to teachers here in just a moment, but I do want to recommend you, if you have not got it, download the Discord app. That will give you guys the latest information and join our servers where you be able to get the latest information on these severe thunderstorm warnings. Because them emergency alerts really ain't going to help you get those alerts. And Tika, I'm telling you, them emergency alerts are important.
Yep, that is true, Jimmy. And looks like we do have some rotation. I think we do have some rotation.
I am seeing a little couplet on Doppler radar, but right now I can't really say is that rotation or is that just wind.
Looks like there could be a couplet. You see what I'm talking about near Redfield, just west of Redfield.
Yep.
And there are some damaging winds with that. A little bit of damaging winds. Let's get over to southwest Indiana. Looks like we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Indiana. Or we're gonna stay over Jimmy's radar real quick. Or we're gonna head over to my radar. Okay. Again, look how they trimmed the warning. That is in that purple box. I've changed the warnings. Storm is located near the community of Eva. So if you're in Eva, Harrogate Town, Algers, Ottawa, Red Oak.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. But I do recommend, just because of the severe thunderstorm warnings, the first alert weather team, he decided to issue a first alert weather day. That is goes through now and through midweek because of the severe weather that it can continue through these next few hours. I have to say, if you guys have not already, download the Discord app, and that is a really important app for you to download. All thing you got to do, and it's a free app. You don't have to pay for it or nothing. All thing you got to do. I wish we had a QR code that you'll be able to scan.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, we just got now another severe thunderstorm warning. We will return you back to Days of Our Lives or whatever's on regular TV right now. But Days of Our Lives or something, I don't know. But we will see you back to that. Tico, I I mean, we got some mean comments in our last live stream. I want you people to know it's our job when there's a warning to break in.
Yes, it is our job to keep people safe. We don't want to be we don't want to. If we try to cut in, then that means we have to stay on until the warning expires. We're not gonna go all the way to regular programming when there's a confirmed tornado. No, we have to stay on and then make sure people be safe. Speaking of super thunderstorm warning, we have a new super thunderstorm warning for Treadland, Lawrence, Johnson, and Emmanuel County in Georgia. That is stretching all the way from Georgia. Goodness.
Yeah. So this is not a tornado warning. So we will send you back to your regular scheduling programming because this is really not a tornado warning. So we ain't gonna stay on when a severe thunderstorm warning issued. And don't expect us to break in every single 5 minutes when there's a new warning. We ain't gonna do that. We just come on here to tell you guys there's a new warning, and you guys need to take this seriously. Treat this warning as you would treat a tornado warning. And that is really important to know.
Yep, and let's actually get over to regular schedule. We're gonna go to regular schedule programming. We'll make sure to cut in if we have a new tornado warning, and we'll see y'all. We'll see. Make sure you guys stay safe.
We will be back here at 2:00. That will be in the next 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at 2:00. Stay weather aware. Your First Alert Weather Team will keep you advised.
ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Good afternoon. I'm Deirdre Bolton. Thank you for streaming with us. Here are some of today's top headlines. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin will be sentenced today in his federal trial for violating George Floyd's civil rights during the 2020 arrest that ended in his death. Federal prosecutors are asking the judge to sentence Chauvin to 25 years. Chauvin is already serving a 22-and-a-half-year sentence on state charges. More on that later. In the meantime, the Biden administration says it will spend nearly $1 billion to upgrade airports across the country. The FAA will give funds to 85 different airports to upgrade terminals and other facilities using money from the bipartisan infrastructure bill. It is the first installment of airport projects that will cost about $5 billion in total. And Mississippi's last abortion clinic has closed its doors after a judge rejected its request to temporarily block the state's new abortion ban, triggered by the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Physicians at Jackson's women's health organization, known as the Pink House, say they tried to see as many patients as possible before shutting down. Clinic directors say they plan to open another location in New Mexico. But we begin with breaking news. Brittany Griner back in Russian court today, pleading guilty to drug charges. Griner says she did not intend to break the law after getting arrested in a Russian airport, accused of having vape cartridges containing hashish oil in her luggage, which is illegal in Russia. Her lawyers weighing in.
She's a responsible person, and she admitted that it was hers, but she said that it was unintentionally brought to Russia because she was in a hurry as she was packing, and it was just by accident it ended up in her life.
USA Today columnist and ABC News contributor Christine Brennan, who has been closely following this case, with us now. Christine, the WNBA star's appearance comes today after a phone call between Griner's wife and President Biden. Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying U.S. Embassy officials that attended Griner's court hearing today also delivered a letter from the president to Griner. What do we know about Brittany's appearance today and what she admitted to in court?
Deirdre, this is part of this strategy to get Brittany Griner home. The fact that she has said has pled guilty, obviously is something that maybe shocks a lot of people. You hear that, it's like, what? She said she didn't do it. The reality is it moves the whole story, this whole terrible, heartbreaking story. It moves it along, and it gets it to the point, hopefully soon, where the Russians can say, okay, you pled guilty, you did it, now
Alright, from the Virtual Leader Center, I'm First with Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger and alongside First Alert Meteorologist Tico with you interrupting your regular programming to bring you a weather update on the strong to severe storms. Right, can Tico, you mind moving the radar around a little bit, please, for me? We do got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. I think it's 3, correct? I think it is.
Correct.
So we got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, and we also just got a new flash flood warning that just been posted. A new flash flood warning has just been posted. Can't get that flash flood warning at the bottom of the screen? That would be very awesome of you, David, to do that for me, please. We are tracking a new severe thunderstorm warning that is now in the Carolinas. This is very new. Well, almost into the Carolinas, but not really exactly in the Carolinas. So, like I said again, we are tracking strong to severe storm moving across our area. All right. Our American Weather News starts right now. American Weather News at 2 p.m. starts right now.
Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. In just a minute here, I will do the full everything, but we have a breaking news right now. An explosion just happened in Georgia. I am getting information about it right now. Right now, we're going to go to our chief meteorologist, Jimmy, and meteorologist Tico with the weather right now, but I'll get to the explosion in just a minute or two.
Okay, thank you for that update, David. We are tracking strong to severe storms that is continuing to move across the area right now. Multiple warnings have been posted for these areas, and that is the reason why I'm telling you guys severe weather is gonna get real. Right now, 1:49 my time. We will be we will be doing our 2:00 show here in just about 10 minutes. But David just has some breaking news, so he'll get the latest information on that. He'll bring it back to y'all as this can. So like I said, the reason I can we get that flash flood warning at the bottom of the screen? That would be very awesome. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, that would be very awesome. If the people in the newsroom can do that. All right. So while they're doing that, we can be talking about the severe weather that is continuing to come out. We are tracking multiple severe thunderstorm warnings that is over here and also somewhere else in this area. But right now, we are tracking a new flash flood warning that has been posted for these areas. Tico, I'm telling you, stuff is getting real.
You are correct, Jimmy. Things about to start getting real. Let's get over to that severe thunderstorm warning that is in parts of the Carolinas. That is close to the Carolinas. That is down in Georgia. Actually, that's down in Georgia. Storm is located along I-16 in the south north of Vidalia. Let me see if we can get over to the nearest radar.
Tico, I'm not really trying to leave that other radar site. Hold on, let me see what radar site this is if I can go back to it. Okay, this is the KABR. Okay, that's good. I know what radar site it is. Hold on, guys. There's things over here. Okay. Let's get to the nearest radar site. It will be KLBGX, I think.
No, it's KG. Oh, yeah, it is. Looks like the storm is along the I-16 corridor.
Wow.
And this storm is moving slow at 15 miles an hour. And Jimmy, I have to do something, so can you take over?
Yeah. We are tracking strong to severe storms that is continuing to move across these areas. There is a severe thunderstorm warning with that as well. Right now it's 1:52. We'll be starting our 2:00 newscast here in just a few minutes. or just 10 seconds, we'll be starting it because right now 2 o'clock almost.
Sorry to interrupt you here. At the real time of 2 o'clock, I'll give you guys the breaking news and all the news and everything. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
If
still
you have a
getting the
flash flood
information.
warning, people in the newsroom, can y'all get that flash flood warning at the bottom of the screen? That would be very awesome if y'all to do that. I know David got a lot to do. He got to control the news and also had to control the weather, severe weather scrolls that crawls at the bottom of your screens. Hopefully he can get that done immediately as possible. There is a flash flood warning over here. Let's get to the nearest radar site and I'll show you why there's a flash flood warning. Because of all of that heavy rain that is continuing to fall in these areas. Look at this rain. This is falling like it's crazy. It's raining cats and dogs outside right now. That is what it's doing. It's raining cats and dogs. I'm joking, guys. It's not really raining cats and dogs, but there is a lot of rain falling in these areas, though. Heavy rain, lightning, thunder, all of that is going to be falling at the bottom of the screen. What is that? What?
Sorry, that was part of the news.
Okay. People in the newsroom. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all put that flash flood warning scroll back at the bottom of the screen, please? Or at the bottom of the screen. It's never been at the bottom of the screen, so that is the severe thunderstorm warning. We need the flash flood warning. Maybe not. All right. Well, we'll be back on the air here in the next 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So, all right, producer, whoever is my producer, what do you want me to do? Want me to throw it back to programming or? Producer, what do you want me to do? Want me to throw it back to programming or want me to stay on the air? What you want to do is up to you. David is our producer and also our newsman. So, what do you want me to do, David? Do you want me to throw it back to programming or? David. Do you want me to throw at the programming or what should we do? It's quiet as a mouse. You hear a penny drop. David? David?
I'll be right back.
All right, I guess. What should we do?
For the meantime, just go back to regular programming. Then at 2 o'clock, we'll go to news and weather.
Right now it's 1:56, so.
Yeah, Tico will be back at 6, so no sports. So, yeah, 2 o'clock, we'll have your news and weather. For the meantime, just go back to regular programming. I'll be back.
All right, well, we're going to get all that programming. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back on at 2. That will be in the next 6 minutes. So don't go anywhere because we'll be right back after this quick break.
she was guilty, whether or not she was. But you're saying even if that's the case, this is part of the diplomatic steps that are necessary to get her home?
It's really a chess match, and it's certainly not appealing to anyone. And I am sure that Brittany Griner, I've covered her over the years. She is a strong, tough athlete who's represented the United States on 2 Olympic gold medals, obviously a multiple-time WNBA All-Star, one of the great basketball players of all time. I'm sure she doesn't want to do that. I don't know, but just knowing her, she would want to fight. But this is a Russian courtroom. This is a Russian trial. And I say with quote marks because this is not like the United States, not even close. 99% of all cases in Russian courtrooms end up finding the person guilty, Deirdre. So what's the point? But again, from my sources and from others, as we know, she is being counseled. She is being told the best course of action. And we have seen that today with her guilty plea. That clearly is what's going on behind the scenes.
Okay, so today marking this 140 days since she was detained, but I heard you say this does move the ball forward. It helps her hopefully get home sooner versus later.
Well, that's the hope. I don't think anyone is assuming it's going to happen right away. And again, this is just tragic. It's almost 5 months now. It was February 17th that she was arrested in that Moscow airport. So it's unthinkable, a 6'9" woman stuck in a little cell and in that cage. And but of course, this is happening. And I think for all of history, as we look back on this story, it will be set against the backdrop of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the horrors that Putin has unleashed in Ukraine. Away from the invasion of Ukraine. And of course, that's been a huge part of this story and issue, and to the detriment of Brittany Griner, because those diplomatic relations that are so necessary to get her back home, well, those are frayed now because of what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and of course, how the U.S. has been reacting to it.
That makes sense, Christine. President Biden, we know, speaking with Brittany Griner's wife, she publicly expressed concern, interest in any case, and speaking with Biden directly about her wife's case. This was in a May interview with Good Morning America. What do we know about that conversation?
We know that it was satisfying to Cherelle Griner that she did have the conversation. She has been stepping up the public relations campaign, so to speak, understandably so. She's frustrated. Her patience is wearing thin, and we can all, of course, understand and empathize with her. And so the fact she had the conversation, she said she felt good about it. She said that the president and the vice president were on the call, and that the president assured her that he is going to do everything that he can to get her back home. And that obviously is something that is soothing to hear, especially after you're going through these grueling weeks and months, not having your in this case, your wife and your family member back. And of course, the WNBA players, Deirdre, have been champions, fighting so hard for their friend. BG is on every court, her number. They constantly are talking about her, and that those athletes and those wonderful, citizens are fighting very hard for their friend as well.
Christine, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Christine Brennan with us there. Staying overseas, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson agreed agreeing today to resign following a series of scandals that led to a revolt within his own Conservative Party. Johnson says he has appointed a new cabinet and will stay in office while the Conservative Party chooses a new leader. ABC News senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell has the latest from London.
Britain's Boris Johnson forced to give up the fight after his own party turned on him, no longer trusting him to lead the country.
It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister. The process of choosing that new leader should begin now.
The British Prime Minister was badly wounded by so-called Partygate, a series of drunken gatherings at the official residence that broke pandemic lockdown rules. Johnson himself fined by the police, but determined to stay in power. But the final straw was a revelation that Johnson not only promoted a lawmaker who had a record of drunkenness and allegations of sexual misconduct, but that he lied, saying at first that he didn't know about it. The leader of the opposition Labour Party scathing.
Mr. Speaker, isn't this the first recorded case of the sinking ships fleeing the rat?
Just hours ago, Johnson was remaining defiant.
Will you be Prime Minister tomorrow? Of course.
All amid a massive cost of living crisis hitting Britain hard. This morning, the pressure too much to take.
My friends, in politics, no one is remotely indispensable. I know that there will be many people who are relieved, and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world. But them's the breaks.
This is an astonishing fall from grace for Boris Johnson, who was elected only in 2019, but in a huge election victory. He also managed to push Brexit through, but he was always surrounded by controversy. He, according to his critics, had an uncomfortable relationship with the truth, and eventually all of those things caught up with him. Some compared him to Donald Trump. Some questioned whether he would refuse to leave office. We now know that he's going, and Britain will start the search for the next Prime Minister.
Ian Pennell, thank you very much from London. Coming up, new details on the Highland Park shooting suspect and his run-ins with police prior to his rampage on July 4th. Details right after this.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any place else. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast, now streaming on ABC News Live.
Elizabeth Holmes found guilty on 4 counts of fraud, facing the possibility of decades in prison. Now we take you inside the courtroom and behind the scenes. The Dropout, Elizabeth Holmes on trial. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
National parks are incredibly safe places. A crime will happen.
Hey, my wife is fallen. She's in really critical condition.
At that time, I thought it was just a tragic accident. There's still a lot of questions.
Alrighty, welcome to American News and Weather at 2 p.m. Sorry about that there. Coming up at 2, we got breaking news. Coming up, we got U.S. basketball star Griner amidst Russian's drugs charge with design 1010. We got breaking news. Authorities are searching for whoever set off an explosion at mysterious Georgia monument. Once it's that breaking news time, that breaking news information will be on the bottom of the screen. Plus, I do have a picture of what one of the sites looks like that has exploded. You're watching American News and Weather at 2 p.m. Alright, I am David Alford, the news anchor at American News and Weather. We're gonna go straight to Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger with our first alert weather day. Jimmy?
Yeah, we are now under a first alert weather day because of the start for severe weather, including this flash flood warning that had been prompted for these areas. It looked like a flash flood warning has been issued, and there are also a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. I'll have that fleet update, and also when can we see some quiet weather? That forecast coming up in just a few moments. David, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Jamie, with that information there. We have breaking news right now. Actually, a second there. Sorry about that. Breaking news. That's a lot better now. All right, breaking news. Authorities are searching for an explosion. Searching for whoever set an explosion off at a mysterious Georgia monument. Plus, with that, you can actually read the information on the bottom of the screen when I read this. So let me make sure I actually showed you the right one here. No, I did not. Sorry about that. All right, here it is. There it is. Reminder, this is breaking news. All right, a mysterious Georgia monument was damaged Wednesday, and I need to share my screen. I forgot about that. Okay, sorry about that. It kicked me out of the stream, which was not good. Sorry about that. Can you still hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind about the picture because it's now it's not wanting to pop up. Sorry about that issue, the guys. I'm back now, so let's continue what I was talking about here. Okay, there we go. Was exploded, prompting authorities to then demolish it for safety reasons. Georgia Bureau of Investigation said investigators are now searching for whoever set off the explosive at the nearly 20-foot monument known as Georgia Guidestones. The GBI said the blast happened around 4 o'clock in the morning in Elberton, around 100 miles east of Atlanta, Georgia, according to the GBI. No one was injured, officials say. A large section of the granite slab at the site, sometimes referred to as America's Stonehenge, broke apart and collapsed, according to a video released by authorities. A car left at the site shortly after the explosion. A second video shows the monument then was demolished for safety reasons, the GBI said. As of now, there are no reports of any kind of deaths right now. A reminder, this is breaking news right now. Jamie, you can pop up any kind of severe weather on the bottom of the screen now. So there's that. All right, coming up next, U.S. basketball star Griner admits Russian drugs charge but denies intent. That's coming up next on American News and Weather at 2 p.m. Welcome back. All right. U.S. basketball star Griner admits Russians drugs charged at, but denies intent. Here we go. U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner plead guilty to drugs charge in a Russian court on Thursday, but denied she had intentionally broke the law. Griner was speaking at the second hearing of her trial on a narcotics charge that carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Days after she urged U.S. President Joe Biden to secure her release. Sorry about that. Not much information on that story there, but that's what we have there. All right, coming up next, we have Chief Meteorologist Jamie Granger with a check on the forecast and the radar, all coming up next right after our break on some reason that changed there, but coming up next on American News and Weather at 2 p.m. We'll be right back. All right, we're going straight to our chief meteorologist, Jamie Granger, live in the Weather Center right now. Looks like we do have a first alert weather there.
Oh, yeah, we got a first alert weather day indeed for the strong to severe storms that is continuing to move across the area. We do have a flash flood warning that's scheduled to 3:45 their time, 4:45 my time, because of the strong to severe storms that are continuing to move their way in. There is a severe thunderstorm warnings in the Carolinas right now. We are tracking this current severe thunderstorm warning. This severe thunderstorm warning gets into a 2:45. This storm is moving at 14 miles per hour. Wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and quarter size hail. That is the latest on those warnings. And let's get the latest on the tropics right now. Zoom out. Ignore the zooming out here. Let's get to the tropics. But before we get to the tropics, get to our severe weather day. Actually, there's now a slight risk for strong to severe storms in the metro area. That includes Whiteboard, that includes Elizabethtown, Lewis, Lumberton, Fayetteville, Charlotte, Raleigh, all up into Kansas. That is really crazy, ain't it? But we are tracking some severe weather on that for that day as well. We are tracking a marginal risk for day 2. I will have them full details and also have full discussion on these severe warnings here in just a few moments. We are tracking the tropics. The tropics are getting active across the area. Only Bonnie is the only one active storm out there, but that storm is going to move off towards the coast. And here's the best. Here's our official storm track from the National Hurricane Center. This is include our storm track. Look how that storm curves just like that and move off, and no threat to us here in the United States. Let's get to that 7-day forecast on your screen right now. We're tracking strong to severe storms to move across the area here through the next few hours. Reminder, 7-day forecast, 91, 40% chance of rain. All through the rest of the week, we'll be dealing with off and on rain chances, but we finally get 1 day of no rain in the forecast. David, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Chief Meteorologist Jamie Ranger, on that weather update there. And weather from my local area. Here's your 7-day forecast for the Joplin, Missouri, or the 4 states area. Thursday, alert day for today. High of 103 degrees with a chance of rain, very low, mainly for the late afternoon to the evening. 1 or 2 storms may fire up. Not looking at anything severe, maybe strong. Friday, 99, 20% chance of rain. Isolated storm or 2 could be strong, but not expecting anything severe. By Saturday, 93 and hot. Sunday, 97. Monday, 102. Tuesday and Wednesday, mid to lower 90s by middle of next week on that 7-day forecast. All right, coming up next, we got new breaking news. The Godfather star James Caan dies at age 82. This is new breaking news, which is now our number one breaking news story right now here in America. More information coming up next. All right, welcome back, everyone. We have new breaking news. Like I said, the number one breaking news story now in America right now. All right, here it is. So, the Godfather star James Caan, I don't know if I'm saying that last name correctly, but hopefully I'm close, dies at age 82. Here's the information. James, the American actor, renowned for his role as Sonny Corleone in the mafia epic The Godfather, as well as as a string of key films in the 1970s, has died at age 82. The news was released by his Twitter account on Thursday. A statement to read, and quote, "It is with great sadness what we inform you of the passing of Jimmy on the evening of July 6th. The family appreciates the outpouring of love and heartfelt condolences and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during the difficult time." Unquote. Notorious for a hell rising party lifestyle, Caan cut a swathly through Hollywood in the 1970s and early 80s before abruptly quitting acting and for what the actor described a pretty scary period, unquote, disappearing from public view before engineering a comeback in the late 1980s, winning acclaim for films such as Misery, The Yards, and Elf, with that popular Elf show there. That's breaking news right now. It's our new number one breaking news story right now at American News and Weather at this 2 o'clock hour, 2:13 p.m. hour right now. Coming up next, Jamie has a last check of that forecast, and for my local area, I'll give you my update as well. Then we're wrapping things up coming up next on American News and Weather at 2. We'll be right back right after our 5-second break. Alrighty, we are back with American News and Weather. It looks like we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to go right to our chief meteorologist, Jamie Granger, with that update there, and maybe he'll do the 7-day forecast as well.
We do have that new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for these areas right now. Take a look at that 7-day forecast. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. We will send it back to our show, NBC Nightly News, and with Lester Holt. He will be doing weather updates there as well. Also, we will be back at 3 to give you guys another newscast in 4, then 5, and 6, and 7, and 10, and 11. then we'll be done with the newscast for the night. So we got a long day ahead of us. Thursday with a 40% chance of rain. Friday, 50% chance, and also this new severe thunderstorm warning goes until 3 p.m. That is when we start our newscast. David.
Alrighty, thank you, Jamie Granger. Reminder, he's the chief meteorologist here at American News and Weather. Let's check of my local forecast for the 4 states area. Thursday, 103 degrees for a high today. We have alert day out because of the extreme heat, excessive heat warnings for the entire viewing area. Talking about the excessive heat warnings, looking at radar here, ignore the blobs and ignore the time, but is you see Miami, Grove, Oklahoma. Actually, let me do this here. Ignore the temperatures here. These are incorrect temperatures currently. So you see Miami, Grove, and Jade. This is in Oklahoma. Those areas have a heat advisory, including Bentonville and Arkansas at Benton County under a heat advisory. The rest of the viewing area under excessive heat warnings right now. So it's very hot outside right now. 7-day forecast, 99 Friday, Saturday 93, Sunday 97, 102 Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Slight chances of rain, very low, but mid to lower 90s by middle of next week. That's what next week looks like there. Reminder, we have a first alert weather day. Our chief meteorologist, Jamie Granger, will be keeping you guys updated throughout the day with the information about the weather for today as well. And of course, we'll do this again back here at 2 o'clock, or 3 o'clock, I mean. Jamie, anything to say before we end it off here at this 2 o'clock hour?
I do want to say for the areas to use under the severe thunderstorm warning, this severe thunderstorm warning only goes until 3 p.m. Make sure you guys stay weather aware, and also there's a flash little one. We will have that scroll and also the name of the scroll. Well, the name of the warning that will be right there. That will be leaving up there the entire day. All right, guys, stay weather aware. The SBC is talking about issuing and watch. We will have the full details coming up at 3 o'clock if they do. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us at 2 o'clock, and we'll see you back here in our 3 o'clock newscast. David, anything to say?
That's pretty much it we got for now. Like I said, I'll give you guys more information about that breaking news. Here's a quick recap on the news we talked about today. We talked about the breaking news. The Godfather star James dies at 82. And we talked about another person that died. We talked about the explosion in Georgia. That's also breaking news from earlier. Basketball star about drugs in Russia is now in a prison. And that's pretty much all we've talked about for today. Not much information at this 2 o'clock hour, but once we get to the 3 o'clock hour, it'll be a lot more interesting. Plus, I should have more stuff to show during the 3 o'clock hour. All right, let's make it a great afternoon, guys. We'll do this again back here at 3, and that's all we got for now. Let's make it a great afternoon and a great late afternoon.
Be safe out there. Remember that severe thunderstorm warning is 3 p.m. See you guys back at 3.
Small things that didn't totally add up.
This is 2 lives for Harold that have died now. I was shocked. Something's not right.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It's all about you.
America's #1 news, ABC News. Most watched, most trusted, and streaming live to you anytime, anywhere, and free. This is ABC News Live, America's #1 streaming news, free to you 24/7. Watch America's #1 news whenever you want it, wherever you are, anytime. ABC News Live, streaming live and free on all platforms.
Welcome back. We are learning new details about the holiday parade massacre in Highland Park, Illinois. Prosecutors say the 21-year-old suspect confessed to opening fire on spectators at the July 4th event, killing 7 and injuring dozens more. For the first time, we are hearing from the suspected gunman's father, who sponsored his son's gun application and also insists the family had no idea their son was planning a deadly attack. ABC's Alex Perez has the very latest from Highland Park.
Questions mounting as to how the gunman behind the deadly 4th of July rampage was able to legally obtain 5 guns after a series of red flags. Authorities promising a criminal investigation into the potential culpability of his father, who sponsored the suspect's application to obtain a firearm owner's ID because he was under 21, despite a prior suicide attempt and alleged threats to kill his family.
There is ongoing criminal prosecution and criminal investigation, issues of culpability, liability, who may have responsibility.
The father speaking to ABC News.
I love my son, but it's devastating to everyone involved.
Claiming he was unaware of some of those incidents when he sponsored the application.
I filled out the consent form to allow my son to go through the process. They do background checks, whatever that entails.
His son, 21-year-old Robert Cremo, waking up behind bars, denied bail after prosecutors say he confessed to the Highland Park massacre that left 7 people dead and more than 30 injured.
This has taken us by complete surprise. 3 days before the 4th, my wife had asked him, hey, do you have any plans for the 4th? And he simply said no.
And new details about the deadly rampage after the suspect's alleged confession. Authorities saying he considered carrying out a second attack on another celebration, driving from Highland Park to Madison, Wisconsin, armed with another firearm and 60 rounds of ammunition.
He seriously contemplated using the firearm he had in his vehicle to commit another shooting.
This as we learn more about the 7 people who lost their lives. Eduardo Uvaldo, who was going to turn 70 this week after returning from a Paris trip with his wife to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary.
He was just the perfect father, perfect grandfather, perfect great-grandfather, and perfect father-in-law.
And this 2-year-old boy, Aiden, rescued from the chaos, pulled from underneath his parents' bodies after they were killed in the massacre. Our Stephanie Ramos is speaking with Lauren Silva about those terrifying moments.
He just kept saying, is Mom and Dad okay? And it was hard to look at him in the face and say it's going to be okay when I didn't know if it was.
Silva enlisting the help of another couple, the Rings, to eventually unite Aiden with his grandparents.
It's a time when strangers come together and you just act. And they were doing the same thing that I was doing.
And Deirdre, the suspect's father says he did not live with his wife or son at the time of those prior incidents. The suspect is due back in court July 28th. Deirdre?
Alex Perez in Highland Park, thank you very much. After that mass shooting in Illinois, a familiar situation, a familiar question remains: how can police stop the surge in gun violence? This week, we are learning more about a nationwide sweep that has had some success in getting violent criminals off the street. The Justice Department announcing the results of Operation North Star, which targets 10 cities with high rates of homicides and shootings. The operation was led by the U.S. Marshals, ending with arrests of over 1,500 fugitives and violent criminals in June, including 230 people wanted for homicide. It also resulted in the confiscation of 166 firearms. The director of the U.S. Marshals telling ABC News he hopes focusing on the most violent offenders will reduce crime rate.
This is a severe weather update from American Newswire. I'm Petro Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Grange, your First Low Weather Center. We track controlling 2 severe storms moving across the area. Remember that severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. Our newscast does start at 3 p.m., which you guys are aware of on that time. We'll see you back to the program.
For the most violence, 2 things end up happening. One, you do remove trigger pullers off the street.
Down.
That have been terrorized by them. So I think you get a couple things that goes with that enforcement.
And the head of the U.S. Marshals, Ronald Davis, spoke about this operation exclusively with ABC News Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas. Pierre, now with more.
We sat down for an exclusive with the director of the U.S. Marshals in a wide-ranging interview where we discussed the recent surge in gun violence, how to combat it, and the challenge of improving police relationships in the communities they serve.
In my 40 plus years in public service and over 30 in law enforcement, I've not yet met a community that did not want effective policing. I think you hear people say they may want respectful policing, but they still want an effective law enforcement response.
Now, you use the word respect. I'm an African-American male. I've been pulled over a few times when I thought it was not justified, and it feels disrespectful. And my heart beats a little faster if it's late at night, because I'm not quite sure of what to expect. As a Black man yourself, have you been able to use your own experiences in communicating to people that I get it, I understand, but we still need to work together? How do you bridge that gap?
I think one is, I think you nailed it. One is, as an African-American male, it's not just communicating to my community.
If you can pause that real quick.
Frankly, communicating to my deputies and to inside the agency. The experience of growing up as a Black man in America is unique.
Real quick.
And
I'd like to do a weather report real quick. This won't be too long, and then Jamie, you can do some weather information about what's happening now. Just quick weather update here from the First Alert Weather Center here. Let me take that off. All right, temperatures in my local area sitting to the mid to upper 90s right now. 95 Chautauqua, 97 Neosho, Carthage, Joplin right now. Veneta, Newada, Claremore, Bentonville, 88 in Iola still, 92 in Nevada and Stockton. Yates Center sitting at 92 as well. Iola, 88 degrees right now. Looking at the updated radar here. Nothing on the radar right now. We're going to stay pretty dry for the most of today. Probably can't rule out an isolated storm or two this late afternoon to the evening. That 7-day forecast. Hot today, 103, alert day. By Friday, 99. This weekend on Saturday, a little cooler, warm cool, but still 93. Sunday, 97. Back to the triple digits by Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, middle of next week, we are into the 90s. All right, Jimmy, weather report with you.
Oh, yeah. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 3 p.m. Our newscast starts at 3 p.m., so we'll be on when the severe thunderstorm warning expires. So we're saying send it back to programming. David, got anything else?
All I'm going to say is temperatures here in my area are very hot right now. If you guys are doing anything, wear sunscreen for swimming, drink plenty of fluids, and overall for America-wise, not much to say right now. With weather and news-wise at the moment in time.
All right, we're going to send it back to program. And thank y'all for joining us. And we will see you guys back here at 3.
Alrighty.
I would hope that experience that I bring to the job helps guide me in the decisions that I need to make, and understanding and having empathy why people may be hesitant, why there may be apprehension, why there could be a lack of trust.
We'll have more tonight on Prime.
Our thanks to Pierre Thomas for that. And be sure to tune in to Prime, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the full story. Coming up, a major error by an American city resulting in thousands of foreclosures. We're on the ground in Detroit to hear from homeowners who say the American dream was taken from them because of a tax mistake.
All right, here we go. Ready? Let's do it.
Yes, it's the show America wants and America needs right now.
This is What Would You Do? Let's go. How are you?
Yeah. So what will you be watching Saturdays on ABC News Live?
What would you do?
Hey, I guess I just found out.
The What Would You Do Marathon, 12 to 6 Eastern, every Saturday on ABC News Live.
My favorite show.
These days, with so much going on, it's hard to keep up.
While others are recapping yesterday's headlines,
we're bringing you the right now.
This is the busy border crossing, steel barricades, another strike.
The right now look at the day ahead, how it affects you and your family.
Record high gas prices.
The threat of cyber warfare.
Is peace possible?
World News Now beginning at 2 a.m. Eastern, followed by America This Morning.
America's #1 early morning news.
Streaming here on ABC News Live.
This is ABC News Live.
the crush of families here in Poland.
At refugee centers.
In Putin's Russia.
On the ground in Ukraine.
Close to the front line.
Here at the White House.
Destructive Cat 4 storm. Here along I-5. Boston is in the...
All right, Jamie, I am ready.
We made it.
ABC News Live, America's #1 streaming news. Anytime, anywhere.
This will be the same news from earlier, guys. This is a 2:30 p.m. newscast. About a couple seconds early, though. That's all right. The thing is the not forecast. This news update will be the same from a few minutes ago, and I only have one news to say, so that's not much to say.
Yeah.
So most of it will be weather, guys. So let's go ahead and get started here. I only have one news thing to say, and that's fast. So we'll do the weather a lot. So we'll go to the weather first. So, anyways, here we go. All right. Coming up at 2:30 p.m. we got breaking news. The Godfather star James. How do you pronounce that name? Last name. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I'm doing something here. Alright, coming up, the Godfather star James dies at age 82. And coming up, Jimmy is tracking severe weather on the radar right now. This is America News and Weather at 2:30 p.m. And it starts right now. Quick update on the temperatures for my local area. We are sitting to the mid to upper 90s right now, some upper 80s in our northern counties. But overall, it's hot around the entire viewing area right now. Look at our radar. Nothing on it right now. And I'll give you your full forecast coming up ahead. But right now, we'll go with Jimmy with the better weather right now. Jimmy?
All right, well, we do got severe weather right now that we're continuing to break out. I did got one question. Are we doing the 4 o'clock news or?
She's going to be playing for a long time. Then my other sister will go home, and then she's going to be playing for a long time as well. So I'm talking, I won't be able to get on to about 10 o'clock your time.
So no 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock news.
If Tico and you could do it, I do have an iPad, but I can't share my screen or anything, which sucks. And I'm getting a computer, an actual computer, in a couple weeks. Then I'm getting a laptop in a couple weeks.
So what are we gonna do for the 4 o'clock news?
You're gonna have to do it, or Tico's gonna have to do it. But Tico can't do anything at 6. So it might have to be just you doing it, sadly. I might pop in with my face cam and talk or whatever. But it's gonna be a very bad newscast with me.
Well, I can't do the newscast, and I have to go somewhere.
Yeah, so I think we'll have to skip the 4 o'clock newscast today, guys.
And the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah, if we have 5 o'clock. I might be here for 6 o'clock. Tico seems like he will be. This is why we need like a whole news people. We need like a whole cast of people here. And then we'll be here every day, you know.
So I guess we will not have no 5 o'clock news or 4 o'clock news, but we will be on at 6 o'clock more than definitely. But like I said again, flash flood warning is in effect until 4:45 this time. So we are tracking some strong to severe storms, and it's hot outside. Temperatures out there right now, it's 99 degrees in my local area. But right now it will still stay hot for the next few weeks. All right, that is something I really got. I do not have my 7-day forecast up, so yeah. David, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy, with that amazing weather report there. He is live in the weather room right now. Alright, thank you, Jimmy. Alrighty, hope your guys this afternoon is going pretty great. I'm David Alford here, the news anchor here at American News and Weather. But I'm not just news, I do weather as well. I can do sports, but I suck at sports, so there's something to let you know about me. Alright, let's get to the breaking news right now. The Godfather star James dies at age 82. Actually, I have some information about it. This is the only news I have for this hour, sadly. So here we go. James, the American actor, re-owned for his role as Sonny in the mafia epic The Godfather, as well as a string of key films in the 1970s, has died at age 82. The news was released by his Twitter account on Thursday. A statement read, and quote, "It is with great sadness that we inform you of the passing of Jimmy on the evening of July 6th. The family appreciates the outpouring of love and heartfelt and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during a difficult time," unquote. For Hell, rising party lifestyle cut a swath through Hollywood in the 1970s and early 80s before abruptly quitting acting for what the actor described a, unquote, pretty scary period, unquote. Disappearing from public view before engineering a comeback in the late 1980s, winning acclaim for films such as Misery, The Yards, and The Amazing Show, Elf. There's that there. Alrighty, coming up next, Jimmy is live in the weather room right now. Jimmy's weather forecast and updates on the radar is coming up next on American News and Weather. We'll be right back. All right, today is a first alert weather day. We're going straight to Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger live in the weather room right now. Jimmy?
All right, tracking trial 2 severe storms making their way in right now. We just got this new severe thunderstorm warning. Actually, 3 new severe thunderstorm warnings. This one severe thunderstorm warning goes until 3 p.m. my time. Also, the other severe thunderstorm warnings out here as well, right near the area of Fairview, St. Pittsburgh right now, getting on some of those heavy downpours, lightning strikes are with these storms as well. I want you guys to reminder there's still flash flood warnings to go along with. We also, the SPT is talking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for the Carolinas here in the next few minutes. So we will have that brand new update coming up at 6 o'clock. David, one more question before we do anything else. Are we going to have a 6 o'clock newscast?
Right now at this time, it is kind of unknown right now. But I know Tika said he'll be back at 6, so there might be sports and weather, and that might be it. Maybe just weather. I don't know.
So there will not be a 6 o'clock newscast. Okay. Well,
yeah, brand new severe thunderstorm warning on the bottom of the screen now.
Okay, well that is awesome news. This goes until 2:15 p.m. CDT. At 3:32 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm located near Water Hill, 13 miles northwest of Pinks Freebird, moving east at over to 10 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. Hazard 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny size hail. Source radar indicated. Impacts: the threat damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Located impact this includes. I can't say that name correctly. I'm sorry. But
Walter Hill.
Walterdale, yeah. Moving east at 15 miles per hour. That is the latest speed on that. So the speeds have just been updated, so they should update the speeds on that severe thunderstorm warning. But like I said, we are now seeing severe thunderstorm warnings. But we will definitely have a newscast at 10 o'clock, correct?
More of likely, yes.
Oh, you can't do a 10 o'clock news either?
I can do 10, yes. More likely I can do at 10 than 6. 10 o'clock is probably way better than 6. Maybe you can do it 9 o'clock as well.
You know what? Let's do a 9 o'clock newscast. That seems fun.
So I can do like early stuff. Well, I can do like, well, I couldn't do it this morning because I went to Oklahoma City. But I can do early stuff and then I can do late stuff.
All right, so we will have a 9 o'clock newscast. So we will schedule that for
9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. But we will have a 6 o'clock as well. Tico and Jimmy will be doing 6 o'clock. If I'm not here, just be Jimmy and Tico. But I'll try coming in at 6.
just for your information, I'm only doing weather. I can't do news.
It's all right. We'll just have a weather and sports. Maybe it might just be weather, but we'll see.
All right. Well, we will see if he can do the 6 o'clock news. He was keep me informed on that. We are still tracking severe weather though, because we definitely need to be talking about severe weather instead of talking about sports. So that would be not good if we were just talking about sports and not weather. That would not be good news for us at all. But we are tracking severe thunderstorm warnings, and so yeah. All right, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy, or Chief Meteorologist Jimmy Granger, and that weather update there. He's going to be pretty busy all this afternoon to the evening time because severe weather is ongoing right now. Coming up next, I'm going to give you an update on my local weather. That's next on American News and Weather at 2:30 p.m. We'll be back in about 5 seconds. All right, we are back now. That was a interesting ending of a song there. But we're back now with First Alert Weather Center here. I'm on the I'm on the weather side, I guess I would say. But let's get to the weather now. Temperatures as of 1:02 in the morning, 1:02 in the afternoon. Sorry, going too fast there. 95 Chautauqua, 95 in Columbus, 95 in Miami, 95 in Lamar. Let's go to 94. 94 in Greenfield, 94 in Mount Vernon, 94 in Springfield. That's all the 94s I think I see. Let's go 93. 93 is Chanutes, Independence. That's all I see for 93s. Wow. And 95 in Branson. All right, not bad temperatures right now. It's still pretty warm / hot outside right now. Looking at radar, we got nothing on the radar right now. We're expected to stay dry today as of 1:11 p.m. We're looking dry, but if we look to our northern county, a little isolated shower has popped up. Probably all it's doing is sprinkles, but it might have blow it up a little bit now. So maybe either it's something or it's nothing right now in our northern county there in the 4 states area. Take a look at 7-day forecast. We have alert day for today because of the extreme heat. 103 for today's high. Tomorrow, 99. This weekend, 93 and 97. Monday, 102. In the middle to mid to lower 90s by middle of next week. By end of next week, it's going to be hot. And I don't see any kind of relief of anything in a little bit there. Coming up next, we will have a check of Jimmy's forecast. Then we're wrapping things up, and I believe we may end the stream off here because we got nothing much to talk about after this. Alrighty, we are back. Jimmy, you talk for like 3 minutes here. I'm going to pull up something.
Talk like 3 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, reminder, there's slightly supposed to be weather all across the Carolinas and into Kansas. We are tracking severe thunderstorm warnings. And also a lot of action weather right now, but we will have that full details coming up for you at 9 o'clock tonight. There will not be no newscast at 6 o'clock, but we will have a weather forecast at 6 o'clock. So, David, can you schedule that for 6 o'clock for me?
Yeah, once the stream's over with, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. As you can see, there's still some isolated showers out there right now, but actually nothing to be really concerned about. All right. This is going to be the end of our live stream here. We will be back at 9 o'clock, and I will be back at 6 o'clock doing a little weather forecast. Me and Tika will be here. We're doing the sports, and I will be doing the weather. All right. So thank you guys for joining us. You got anything else you want to add on to it, David?
Can you give us a severe weather warning update real quick? I'm doing something real quick.
Okay. First of all, we do got severe thunderstorm warnings to tell you about. I will take the SVC thing off for you and let y'all see it for yourself. You know what? Let's take all the warnings. Let's take the radar off as well. Let's do a few. Let's take these off as well. So look at these. We got 1, 2, 3 flash flood warnings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. So yeah, stuff is getting really active. All right. So, again,
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy, with that update there. You might hear some extra background noise in a minute here. Let's see. Can I get a live camera before we end it off here at this 2:30 p.m. Albert Eastern time here? Hopefully it doesn't kick me out of the stream. At the point here, it's likely it will, but hopefully it doesn't. So far, the camera is not popping up, which is not good, but that's all right. Oh, there's a camera. All right. And there's that camera there. All right, guys, let's make it an amazing afternoon. We'll do this again here, back here at 7 or 8. And of course, stop streaming.
We will be back at 7.
We'll be back at 7. Okay. I'm going to refresh my stream real quick, and I'm going to end it with that, okay? So you give us a radar, give us a radar update real quick, and then I'll be back.
Wait,
okay.
before you do that, before you do anything, before we even do anything, can we have a newscast at 7?
Yeah, we'll do that. 7 o'clock, we'll do the newscast. All right, so I'm gonna refresh my stream here. Do not end the stream yet. Just give us a radar update, then we will do that.
Okay, there is now 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm and also 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. We're all tracking 1, 2, 3 flash flood warnings to go along with that. Also, let's go ahead and give you guys you know what? We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna do our thank you. Okay. This might be like a little more better instead of have to go full thing on this. Maybe. Okay, possible. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are tracking some at least severe thunderstorms across these areas as well. I'm also tracking some severe thunderstorm warnings over here at 3 p.m. David, you got anything else you want to add on? Okay, well, he's gone. So, yeah, give me 1 second. I have to go do something. Give me 1 second.
All right, can you hear me?
Some relief on the way. The latest from the Skywatch Weather Center.
Can you hear me?
And the Jasper County Sheriff's Office celebrates the retirement.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. We are ending it off here. Goodbye. And of course, you're gonna hear some talking.
I suppose I told you, Tanya, I can't read anymore. That is our time for now. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Of course, we continue at 7.
There you go.
Thanks for being with us.
And we're going to do it all again today at noon.
Maybe in the future we'll have something set up like this. All right. See y'all later.
We'll be back at 7. I got to go. I will be back at